With the warmer weather, we're gonna talk all about backyard and patio ideas. I know when the summer comes around, we're all excited to get outside, to entertain, to do our landscaping and gardening. So I've got a ton of ideas and a bunch of inspiration pictures to help you figure out what to do with your backyard. Let's talk about deck design. There are so many different types of decks that you can build depending on how your kitchen exits to your backyard. Now, if you've got like a flat level kitchen that exits right to your backyard, you can do a wood deck or like a concrete deck. These are really budget friendly and easy to design. I really love a wood deck, and if you actually have a little bit more budget to spend, opt for a composite decking. This is the kind of decking that is gonna last you 15 or 20 years. It's made out of a synthetic material versus wood after like 10 years starts to kind of look like it's not doing the best. You need to restain it several times over those years, and it just starts to rot down. So within 20 years, you'll need to change out your deck. A wood deck is something you could totally DIY yourself. It's actually not even that difficult, but it makes it look like your backyard is so much more put together. And here are some ideas on different color combinations that you can choose for your deck. Now, black has really been trending the past few years. It just makes your outdoor space look a lot more modern, but keep in mind that you might have to do more paint touch-ups because black is just going to show more when it chips. Another really popular idea, if you like the more boho style, is a white stained deck. I think this is really beautiful, and it makes the deck like pop more. It just looks so much brighter, and you have so many more options to mix in textiles. If you've got a walkout basement like I do in my home, that means your deck is going to have to be a raised deck, and most likely this is not going to be a DIY project that you could tackle yourself. But the advantage is that you could build a multi-level deck. So this could be a really cool space that you can have one level for entertaining and cooking, and then the next level is like a more lounge area, and then it has stairs that lead down right to the backyard. I think that would be really cool. And think about what type of railing you're gonna add as well. Black railings have been really popular, especially with that black rods. A classic choice for a backyard deck is a stone patio. Now, this is something pretty inexpensive and that you could do out yourself. You just need to make sure that your grass is actually level, and then you lay down the pebbles, and you can put the patio stones on top. But I think patio stones are great. There's so many different types of colors and materials that you can choose from. In the last few years, we've seen a lot of checkered patterns become really popular, as well as a lot of brick laid patterns. Now, if you've actually already got a concrete deck and it's just like one color and you're not really feeling it, you can paint it. So there's been a lot of DIY projects, and I'll link some of them below, that have been done over the past few years where you use an outdoor paint and then you seal it and you can actually paint your concrete deck. Once you've got the deck set up, you need to have some type of pergola that blocks the sun but also provides a lot of coziness and privacy from your neighbors, because we don't want them seeing everything we do, right? So you could totally build a wooden pergola. There's great kits out there, like Projector makes a great kit that you can just grab and install the posts into, and it's just a couple of hours. A pretty simple DIY. But the thing with the wood pergolas is they are a little bit more expensive just because of the cost of the wood. So I've got a metal pergola, and it has totally withstood the test of time. You know, I live in Canada, and so I take the shade off in the winter time and I store it away, and then when the summer comes, I just reattach it. And something to think about when you're thinking about a pergola is really the direction of the sun and how much sun coverage you need. So for us, our deck was pretty much unusable after 3 p.m. because we had so much direct sunlight. So I got this retractable shade pergola where you can pull down the shade and you actually get so much sun protection, and it's allowed us to really enjoy that space all summer long. If you need some of that sun coverage but you actually want a little bit of a softer look, you can add curtains around your pergola. I think this is like a really nice soft look if you're just looking for something that's not as modern on a pergola. Of course, you need some type of outdoor furniture, and the type of furniture you choose is going to depend entirely on how you use your outdoor space. So if you feel like you're going to be doing a lot of outdoor entertaining where you do a lot of cooking and barbecues, definitely make sure that you have some type of a dining table with seating where people can sit and eat easily. Now, if you're the kind of person that likes to entertain more casually, where you have just, cheese boards and you're having appetizer platters, then maybe you opt for the more like outdoor sofas and lounge chairs. And even within these, there are so many different styles to choose from. So make sure you're coordinating the colors of your stones and your pergola with the type of furniture you're getting. No matter what type of furniture you get, make sure you Scotch guard it. I have Scotch guarded all my outdoor furniture, and we even leave it out in the winter, and it's withstood the test of time. Especially if you have small kids, you want to make sure you're Scotch guarding your furniture. If you love outdoor entertaining and you're always barbecuing or grilling, consider adding an actual grill station. These look really substantial and actually make your backyard look a lot more high-end. This is where you've got your grill basically built into your backyard, and I think it just looks so cool. It looks like you've got an outdoor kitchen, you've got the barbecue, but then beside it, you've usually also got burners, you've got a prep table. It just makes the whole backyard seem like it's that much more inviting and perfect for entertaining. And this is something you can actually DIY. A lot of hardware stores will have kind of like the pre-made kits that you can just grab and assemble within your backyard. And if you really love entertaining in the summer, why not get a pizza oven? That would be so fun for a kid's pizza night or just a family pizza night. You've got, chicken or burgers grilling on your barbecue, and you've got the outdoor pizza oven too. If you love outdoor entertaining, and I think this is perfect if you've got teenagers, add an outdoor projector. Now there's different ways that you could have an outdoor projector. One could be that you have a screen that you set up and then you detach at the end of the night, but you can also have outdoor screens that you pull down and you can mount them for the entire summer, and they're weatherproof, and it's just a great spot for your teen to hang out with his or her friends, and I think it's just like the perfect cozy atmosphere. I think that no outdoor space is complete without some type of lighting. Now there's so many different string light options out there. One thing to consider is whether you're gonna have plugged in or solar power lights. Honestly, I bought solar power lights and I was disappointed with how dim they were. Even though we have direct sunlight into our backyard area, they just never got that bright. So I actually opted for plug-in lights, and the great thing is you can actually plug them into each other and you can set them up across your entire backyard to really set the mood. Now, if you don't have any fences or posts where you could attach these lights, you can also make concrete planters and install a pole and attach your string lights to those as well. Another really beautiful option is to hang a lot of basket lights right above your dining area. I love this kind of soft glow. Imagine just hanging out here with your girlfriends, you're chatting about your day, about what's going on in your life. It just really sets a really beautiful mood for any type of intimate setting. Of course, we've got to have some type of greenery in the backyard, right? We've got to have some type of garden or hanging plants. I think that the best investment that you can make in your backyard is to add flowers that grow back every single year. So for me, we've planted a lilac tree, we have a pear tree, I've got peonies, and I've also planted tulips and daffodils. And these are the type of plants that will grow back every single year, and you don't have to worry about spending a lot of money on small plants. Now, of course, I do fill in the space in my backyard with other small plants. I have over the last few years actually noticed that it's better if you try and match your flower colors with the decor and the vibe that you're setting. So if you've got kind of a boho vibe, opt for maybe soft pinks and white flowers. I know it seems like overkill, but when you're entertaining, it just makes the space look so much more put together. And there's so many different ways to add plants and flowers in your backyard. You don't need to dig into the ground. You can have large planters. You can have hanging baskets. You can even have vines that will climb up. And even if they're just for the summertime and you need to take them out, the climbing vines make such a huge impact, and I think they're so beautiful. I even bring some of my indoor plants outside in the summer, and they really thrive in the fresh air and the sunlight. Don't forget about all the textures that make your backyard much more cozy. You definitely need an outdoor rug, and you need throw cushions. And you need to make sure that these are outdoor products so that if it rains in the summertime, they're not drenched and ruined, right? There's so many great options for outdoor rugs, and I will link some of my favorites below, but make sure you have a type of woven material. It's more like a plastic. It's actually not like the type of rug you have indoors. Now, some rugs will say they're indoor outdoor, but really you want to go for an outdoor rug so that it'll withstand the test of time. And you can actually keep this out all winter long, and when the spring comes, just give it a good power wash and you're ready to go for the next summer season. Same goes for throw pillows. You also need outdoor throw pillows that match your decor and the kind of vibe you're going with. Now, make sure they are an outdoor material, which is usually a thicker canvas, and the filling is not the same as an indoor cushion, because when it rains, you'll find out that the outdoor cushions are made out of a different material. And if you have kids, why not build a little play structure for them? Maybe you don't need an entire grand play structure, but honestly, I built one for my kids, and it is more used than our deck. Almost every day after school in the summertime, they'll just go out and play out there, for 30 minutes or whatever. And it's so important because kids need that outdoor play, especially after a long day of school. Now, if you don't want to build the entire play structure, you know, get a water table, a sand table. You know, kids just love to be outside in the summer, and since they're indoors all winter long, I think we really need to provide them with that opportunity. Don't forget to add your own little touches to your backyard. Make it something that's really personal and works for you. And what I love is usually in your backyard, it's a one-time investment. You know, you're gonna buy the pergola ones, the furniture, and then after that, every year you're just reusing those same things and just swapping out the plants or the flowers. I hope this video gave you tons of ideas on how you can make your backyard space really beautiful and work for you. And I will see you next time. We'll talk more about DIY and design.